Artificial intelligence is one of the most talked about and controversial topics these days. So it's no surprise that it's having an impact on domain names and domain name disputes. Trademark owners might especially be interested in learning how artificial intelligence, or AI, as it is commonly known, is affecting the ever-growing problem of cyber squatting. As I'm recording this video in May 2023, the impact so far seems to be small but growing. So I think it's something that trademark owners will want to monitor because being proactive could help to prevent future problems. The specific issue I'm referring to here is a narrow one: the registration and use of .ai domain names that contain or are confusingly similar to a trademark by someone who is not the trademark owner and who does not have permission from the trademark owner to register the domain name. .ai, of course, is a top-level domain, or TLD, but it is not a new TLD, and its origins have nothing to do with artificial intelligence. Rather, .ai is the country code, or ccTLD, for Anguilla, the British territory in the Caribbean, and it's just one of more than 300 ccTLDs, each of which consists of only two letters, such as .us for the United States, .ca for Canada, .uk for the United Kingdom, and so forth. It just so happens that this particular ccTLD, .ai, now corresponds to one of the hottest technologies in the world. There are a number of other ccTLDs through the years that have benefited from their coincidental affiliation with specific industries, such as .md, the ccTLD for the Republic of Moldova, which has been marketed to medical doctors who are known, of course, as MDs, and .tv, the ccTLD for Tuvalu in the South Pacific, which has appealed to many in the television or TV industry. Anguilla now seems to be benefiting from the fact that its top-level domain, .ai, corresponds to the popular acronym for artificial intelligence, which is a topic of daily conversation and scrutiny, given the technology's appeal and potential, as well as widespread concerns about its current and future impact on our day-to-day lives, the economy, and much, much more. .ai is an open TLD, meaning that it is available for registration by anyone, anywhere, for any legal purpose. This is different than some ccTLDs, which limit registrations to people or businesses located in or with trademark rights in the corresponding countries. As a result, .ai has the potential to become a very popular top-level domain. And while .ai registrations are, in the scheme of things, insignificant right now, that seems to be changing. For example, Domain Name Stat reports that there are only about 168,000 .ai registrations at the moment. That compares with more than 160 million .com registrations, according to VeriSign, which also reports that the largest ccTLD, .cn for China, accounts for 18 million registrations. Still, the number of .ai domain name registrations is growing, as this chart from Domain Name Stat clearly shows, with a huge spike in December 2022, when ChatGPT was open for testing and became something that everyone was talking about. In just 1 month, the number of .ai registrations nearly doubled. Some registrars are even marketing .ai now to those who see its obvious association with artificial intelligence. So, what does this mean for trademark owners who are concerned about cyber squatting? Well, the good news is that .ai is one of 42 ccTLDs that have adopted the UDRP, the Uniform Domain Name Dispute Resolution Policy. So trademark owners can file disputes under the most popular and most effective anti-cyber squatting tool that is available. And while the tremendous attention on AI and .ai's association with it has led to a lot of interest and an increase in domain name registrations, so far, at least, there has been only a slight rise in the number of .ai domain name disputes, but it seems like we might just be looking at the calm before the storm. Here's what the numbers show. Through about the first third of the year in 2023, the UDRP service providers have published 4 decisions for .ai domain names, which means we might expect about a dozen or so by the end of the year. And while that's obviously just a tiny number, it's much more than the 5 .ai decisions that were published in all of 2022 and the 3 .ai decisions that were published in 2021. And because some UDRP cases are settled and terminated, before a decision is even reached, the total number of complaints filed is slightly higher. I actually filed one of those complaints, which resulted in a settlement in which the domain name was transferred to my client. Should trademark owners be worried? Already, of course, artificial intelligence is creating concerns about cheating and impersonation, and I suspect that some of those same concerns will arise in related domain names too, whether it's actually those using the .ai TLD or something else, such as what I might call more traditional cyber squatting activity. For example, Morgan Stanley recently filed a UDRP complaint for the domain name chatgptmorganstanley.com. A UDRP panel transferred the domain name to Morgan Stanley in April 2023. As always, the great possibilities brought about by a new technology also seem to bring out the bad guys, and that's starting to happen in the AI space too. Fortunately, though, the UDRP seems well positioned to help trademark owners successfully tackle these AI problems. If you want to learn more about the UDRP, please check out my masterclass on domain name disputes, as well as other resources on my GigaLaw website. And be sure to subscribe to the GigaLaw YouTube channel to be notified of future videos discussing other internet legal issues. Thanks for watching, and see you next time online.